Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Blood Bowl 7s, and with this second game of 7s we've already done one more bit of Blood Bowl coverage this year than we have in previous years. So if nothing else from playing this smaller, compact, shorter version of Blood Bowl, at least there's that. The first attempt at 7s has not gone live at the time of recording this though, so haven't seen reaction to it yet in general. However, between then and now, did spot an error. It wasn't a rule forgotten, it was a rule ignored, because I was under the impression that when you do the kickoff event, etc., for 7s, you don't do the ball deviation step because of the way the pitch is in 7s. Totally wrong about that. The ball does deviate as normal. If it lands in no man's land, the 6 squares in the middle here, it doesn't cause a turnover. It falls off the pitch, falls into your own half. Yes, it does, but it does still deviate, so you have to be a bit more careful, and we'll obviously be doing that correctly this time. I've spotted a few other little things last time, some of which I corrected during editing, some of which didn't make a difference to the outcome, so didn't bother. This time though, we're going to try a quick 7s game between the Nurgles, Rotters and the Skavenblight Scramblers. So with their rerolls already costing a lot even before you apply the ×2 modifier that 7s has, Nurgles Rotters don't have room for any of those fancy rerolls, and as such just filled out their Rotter linemen instead. You can have up to 11 players on a 7s team, but they can only field 7, so they'll have some in reserves, but they have 5 Rotter linemen, 2 Pestigores and 2 Blowers. They also have 1 assistant coach and 1 cheerleader bought for their 600k copper pieces, although I think it's actually 595,000 if you want to be exact. But even if they dropped 2 of the Rotters and those additional coaches, etc., it still wouldn't give them enough for a single reroll. So they're going for bodies so that even if they start losing people, they'll have suitable replacements. And here are the Skavenblight Scramblers, their 7s team anyway, and they've actually purchased a reroll for, I think it was 120k or something for 7s. It's very expensive. But they have bought a reroll to take advantage of, which does mean that if any of them start getting taken out, it's going to be real bad for them. So they're taking a bit of a gamble that the reroll is worth it. I guess this is a chance to experiment. But they have their 3 required Skaven Clanrat linemen along the front here. Then they have 2 blitzers who have block at the back here. They have a thrower who has pass and sure hands, and then they have a single gutter runner who has dodge. The gutter runner is obviously key to them trying to get behind Nurgle's Rotters because they're very slow, sturdy but slow. So it's going to be slow sturdy boys versus speedy weak ones, and if they lose their gutter runner or lose too many linemen, they'll be in for a spot of bother, but we'll see how it goes. So after initial setup, Nurgle's Rotters won the roll-off and have opted to receive the ball at the start of the game. It is perfect Blood Bowl weather. Everything else we're going to roll on camera now. The Skavenblight Scramblers want the ball to start here, but obviously we'll this time do the correct process of doing the deviation and the kickoff table, etc. So let's do the deviation first. It is going 5 to the 3. That might be an instant touchback. Where is 3? Down the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, it's just barely on the pitch. Although it might bounce off after the kickoff event rather. Which is, let's see, using the 7 specific version of this. 7. Brilliant coaching. Both coaches roll a d6 and Nurgle get +1 to this. It's not going to help them, unfortunately, so that is a free reroll for the turn, meaning that the Skaven have 2 rerolls, which is very potent for them. So that is the kickoff, and then the ball will bounce, and it might actually bounce off the pitch depending on the result here, so let's see which will cause a touchback. It's bouncing to the 5, which is off the pitch, so that means one of those Pestigores, have a little think about it, is going to start holding the ball as we go into Nurgle's Rotters turn 1. So as we begin, it is this Pestigore up there that is getting the ball handed to him because of the touchback, and with that we're ready to just do our bog standard 7s turn 1, which is just going to be trying to set up a cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a mighty 1, 2, 3, 4 for the bloaters. 1, 2, 3, you know what, let's just 4, 5 him there, and then we'll have our Pestigore that doesn't have the ball move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this zombie. Well, he could move 5, but he's choosing to stay there. Actually, he's going to come back 1. Just so that our Pestigore can kind of slip up this side with the ball. Speaking of which, he is the last one to move. 1, 2, 3. Where do we want him to move? 4. Kiss the other Pestigore a little bit. I think that's good. They're as fast as a Nurgle unit can get, with 6 movement, so he'll stay there, and that already is their first turn. Turn 1 for the Skavenblight Scramblers with 2 rerolls, only 1 for the turn. Oh, only 1 that lasts this turn, I should say, or this drive. So let's start with the Blitzers, or a Blitzer, who moves 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to here. That will do, just to provide some tackle zones. With the exception of the Gutter Runner, the Skaven team are strength 3 across the board, by the way. Same for the Nurgle team, except the Bloaters, who are strength 4. So the linemen can move a massive 7 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the thrower moves 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep him back kind of. And the Gutter Runner needs protected. And then we're probably going to do a blitz with the other Blitzer. Against who I'm not 100% sure yet. Because they only have agility 3+, not 2+. Let's move the Gutter Runner in against this lineman zombie. So that does just leave this Blitzer right here. He has enough movement to slip in against this bloater right there, actually, with 2 assists. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6 is the blitz. But he has to roll for foul appearance. That's a 5, so it's fine. He is allowed to do the blitz. So he's strength 3, but he's getting 2, so that makes him 5 versus 4. So he's rolling 2. And he'll take that because the bloater's only skills are regeneration, foul appearance, disturbing presence, and of course plague ridden. So he will knock him back here. He will follow. Does he break the mighty armor of 10+? So absolutely not. So he's okay, but he is on the ground. We'll turn him that way. And that is Skavenblight Scramblers turn 1. So there's an early chance for a breakthrough for the Pestigore holding the ball if he can slip by around this side. It's dangerous because he'll be skirting the edge of the pitch, but we can at least try and do something about that if we were to use a blitz with the other Pestigore. They both have horns for that +1 on a blitz charge or block action. He's not currently marked either, so he could slip by, but if he doesn't get a push, he'd be blocking the way unless the zombie moved, of course. Is there anything safer to do first? Yes, let's just tie up this lineman, their lineman, right there. Simple enough. And we can also do the same here. We'll move him 1, just to help out right there. Don't really want to throw any unnecessary blocks yet, so we're going to do a charge action with the Pestigore not holding the ball. He's going to come around the side here and initiate a blitz action into the Gutter Runner with support from the zombie rotter. Or sorry, the rotter linemen. They're not technically zombies yet. The key thing being yet. So strength 2 on the Gutter Runner, and they are now strength 4. Has to be greater than double to be 3 dice from what I recall though. So it's still just 2, and we actually got 2 pushes, and he has dodge. I've forgotten if dodge counters that or if it's only if it's stumble. Let's see. No, he can still get pushed. So he will get pushed back to here. He will follow. And that's it. Don't get to use the horns because it couldn't break the armor, or couldn't stumble him or pow him. That's fine though, because that means the ball can slip by now, and that zombie, I keep on calling them zombies, that rotter is now free to move up a little bit as well. So let's see, where would 6 get him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would get him there without any going for it. So if I move the rotter 1, 2, 3, he didn't touch any tackle zones. Shouldn't do cages at the edge of the field like this. It's not a good idea, but nevertheless. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could go for it twice, but I don't think. No, he is more important. He has the protection, I think. Is there any unnecessary blocks we could throw? Yeah, I'm sure we could. There's exactly one, in fact. This is a rotter lineman into this lineman. It's 3 on 3, so a single die. And we'll definitely be kapowing him with that. So push him back to here. Will we follow? No. Not this time. He will not fall. Does he break his armor on a 9+? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, he does. What happens to the poor Blitzer? That's just a stun, right? It's got to be injury table for 7. Still getting used to it. It is a stun. So he already was face down. It's a bit awkward with some of these Skaven models. So he is out of there for a turn. Now, you might be questioning, why didn't you pick up the bloater that got knocked down? Totally forgot. And that was just a genuine mistake. So playing on. Mistakes happen. So turn 2 for the Skavenblight Scramblers. They obviously have to stop the ball carrier, and they have a means by which to cause some blockage with the thrower for sure, who's totally free to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will get him to there. That causes a little bit of annoyance right there, because he's not a fighter, he's more of a interferer. But everybody else is a little stuck. Oh, actually no, they're not, because the bloater didn't get picked up. This is why you should pick up your down people, was the first action you do on a new turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to move that lineman. Let's see, who would do the block though? Do you want to do a block with a gutter runner? Probably not. I'm just seeing if there's a way to surf him. No, because you'd have to fill every other potential square you could get pushed into. So he's free because the bloater didn't get picked up. Let's move this lineman just 1 to help support. Turn him around, of course. And then we'll do a blitz action with the Blitzer, because that's what they're built for. And I think we'll do it on the Pestigore that isn't holding the ball, just to try and get in there. So he's just going to move 1, initiate the blitz for 2 into the Pestigore here. He is getting 1 support, which puts them at 4 versus 3. So it is a 2-die block. And that is either a both down or a stumble. I mean, he has blocks, so it doesn't matter. He'll take the both down. Wait, or maybe he wants to stumble because it has a pushback. He would have to push 1, 2, 3, and I believe if there's a free square you have to use it. So I can't push him into the ball carrier and then push the ball carrier off, because there's a free square he can get shoved into there. That said, he is going to take the stumble though, because that puts him on the ball carrier. So he's going to knock him over here. Follow. Does he break his armor? Yes, he does. What happens? That's still a stun. Yes. So this Pestigore is away with the fairies for a turn. And I think that's everything they wanted. No, actually no. Might as well. Oh wait, no, he's being supported. That would be 2 dice uphill. Let's see if he can dodge away. For 1. On a 3+. Yes, he can. 2, 3, 4, and he's just going to stop there. End of turn. He turns face up, and it's over to Nurgle's Rotters for their 3. Already at the halfway point of the first half for Nurgle's Rotters, and there is the potentiality for them to score here, but it depends how you want to do it, because he could dodge to get away from the Blitzer. He'd have to dodge 3 tackle zone or occupied, tackle zone squares for the thrower there. It's not really plausible for him to get away, but if he was to blitz the thrower though, hopefully taking advantage of those horns, he could blitz the thrower, then keep moving. He would still need to dodge away from the Blitzer marking him though. The other alternative is to blitz with this zombie to hit the Blitzer, hopefully take him out with the support from the ball carrier, and then the ball carrier would have to move into there, dodge, move into there. He'd have to do 2 3+ dodges, which is not great. I like the blitz idea better. I think that might not be the right choice, but you know what's happening first of all? This bloater's standing up, and he might as well move here, because it's 3 to stand up and he has movement 4, so he can move 1 square, so why not? Then might as well start marking other people. So haven't decided fully, so this bloater's just going to walk adjacent here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, just in case this goes pear-shaped. Now I need to make the decision. Do I do the blitz play with the lineman, or do I do the blitz play plus dodge from the Pestigore with no rerolls at all? I think we're going to go with the Pestigore play because that sounds funner with me. So he's going to declare a blitz into the thrower. He is moving away for 1, but that means he has to dodge the tackle zone of the blitzer, and he fails because it's 3+ for him, right? Yep. He falls on his behind right here, gets tripped. It will cause a turnover, and more importantly, the ball is going to bounce to the 2, which is, oh dear, right there. And that is, oh, and I have to see if his armor gets broken. Forgot that a couple of times last time as well. It doesn't anyway, so that is a turnover. Well, that suddenly went pear-shaped, didn't it? So, for the Skavenblight Scramblers halfway point of the first half, he should be facing forwards, sorry. So should the blitzer, for that matter. That it's their turn, although he might end up doing something anyway. So, the Skaven could still mess up as well. It seems like the best bet would be for this lineman, who also isn't facing the right way, their tails get everywhere, to blitz that rotter with the help of the gutter runner, because he's not marked, free up the thrower to then pick up the ball and just do a handoff to the gutter runner, and then the gutter runner can do his thing, which is run the entire length of the field in a single turn. So that's the plan. Is there anything else to be done before that that is super necessary? He's unstunning in this turn, so he can't do anything. I think it's just straight to that. So block action from lineman into lineman with support, making it a 2-die. And a both down or a down means they'll be using their free reroll gained from brilliant coaching to reroll that. And they got the kapow in the face. Kapowing the zombie over here, quite the little corpse pile over here for poor Nurgle's roars. He will follow to be a nuisance. Does the armor break on the rotter on a 9+, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, it doesn't. But he's done what he needed to do. So the thrower is going to declare a handoff action, assuming, well, he has short hands, so this and a agility 2+, or no, he's a 3+ agility, but a 2+ pass. So he's going to move on to the ball and pick it up. Yes. So he's picked up the ball, but he's going to hand it off, so I'm not going to bother getting the marker just yet. And he's going to go whoop, and then immediately do a handoff action. I'd forgotten offhand if you go whose test you go by here, if it's the person he's passing to or passing from. It must be passing from, right? It matters. I'm going to go double check. Alright, glad I double checked. We rolled a 3. Because it's a handoff action, not a pass, the thrower actually doesn't need to do anything here. The gutter runner needs to pass an agility test. He's agility 2+, so he did pass it. So he is getting the ball, and now he is scarpering with haste 9 movement. Now, what is the most efficient way to use that 9 movement? He wants to go around the team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll actually use the actual ball there to mark where you can get to. And that's before any going for it, and they still have another reroll. So, coming down here, the gutter runner with his 9 movement, he won't touch any tackle zones. He can get to here, and then he is going to go for it, / rush, however you prefer. And then he's going to do that again and make it. So that bloater, 1, 2, 3, yeah, the bloater can get to him. I think that's it though. So as long as he can withstand a smack from the bloater, he's in a real good position to score. Is there anything else to do before ending this turn? Lineman into lineman, single die, just for funsies. Yes. And that's a both down. Well, sure. They smack into each other. Does he break the lineman, the rotter lineman? Nope. Does the rotter lineman break him? No. A lot of low armor rolls, and there's a turnover. Turn 4 for the Nurgle's rotters, and Operation Break the Gutter Runner's Legs has begun, who is also facing the wrong way. There we are. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put a little bit of interference there from a lineman. We're probably going to blitz with the bloater there. He's just going to stand up and be done. What's going on over here? The zombie lineman, a rotter, again, he's just going to stand up and be done, as is both Pestigores. just so they're standing. Very dangerous. Opportunity for multiple of them to just get shoved off the pitch. But it all comes down to a blitz from the bloater, and he's doing it. So he's on this square, so that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the blitz. So let's do it, and that's his entire movement allowance. This is the important roll. He's got a smack. Actually, that makes him strength 6. He's greater than double. This is 3 dice. I wasn't considering that because he's 4 by default. He's getting support, so that puts him at 5, and the gutter runner strength 2. So it is 3 dice. They'd have to be crazy to mess this up. Okay, it came close. 2 absolute kapows, smacking the gutter runner to the ground. He will follow. And does he break the gutter runner's armor on 8+? No, he does not. And then the ball bounces to the 3, and that's off the pitch, so I'll need to go look at that icon, but the ball has at least been dropped. Alright, let's see where the ball's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's coming in from that direction for 2d6 worth of squares, which is actually going to put it closer to their line, unfortunately. So it's going 7 in here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually on the... oh, can't quite see. Sorry, it is on the touchdown line, so if a Skaven manages to slip past, that would be very bad for Nurgle's Roars. Their turn 4 is done, I think. There's nothing else for them to do, really. Actually, no. They can do a 1 die block up here. Hang on. Why not? This blower into this lineman. He's getting support. Actually, no, he's not getting support. He's not. He's marked now. So he is not getting support, so it's 2 dice. It's 4 versus 3. He doesn't have block. He would have to just take the push. Push him there, and he's not going to fall. He's going to stay where he is, and that is their turn 4. So we are going to need a long camera angle, or a pulled back camera angle for Skavenblight Scramblers turn 4, because if the gut runner goes for it twice, he can actually make it to the ball. Actually no, because it takes 3 to stand up. I wasn't considering that. So that would be, because if he had all his movement, he would get right to the ball. That would be 3 less, but he could get close to it. Dangerously close, in fact, and he's in the best position to do so. In the meantime, though, this blitzer, now that he's unmarked, is going to stand up for 3, leaving him with 4 movement, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and be done there, just to head towards the ball, cause a little bit of pressure. The line rat here is going to stand up and just be done with that. And I think we're just going to go. There is a prime opportunity to push a rotter off the pitch, but who cares? It's just a rotter. I don't know. Ooh, could push a Pestigore off though. That would be a lot better. If we move the thrower back a little bit so he's here, that means if he does a block, he's getting supported, and there's nowhere for him to go other than off the pitch. So I know it's up at the top of the screen. We'll just move in camera editing here. So we're going to throw a block from this lineman into this Pestigore. They've still got a reroll to fall back on. And a push is good enough. They are pushing the Pestigore off the pitch, not following, because there's nowhere else for it to go. So that means we go straight to the injury roll for this. Oh no, that's boxcars. Well, that is presumably in 7s. Yep, the player is far too dead to play Blood Bowl. Dead players are dismissed from the team during step 1 of the post-game sequence. They just killed that Pestigore. He's out there. He doesn't have regeneration either. Oh wait, no, he does have regeneration. There is a chance he'll live. It's a 4+ for regen, isn't it? I'm going to double check, but I think he is dead. Yep, it is a 4+, so that Pestigore is dead. He is done. Now, when a new drive starts, they can bring on another rotter lineman, but that's not as good as a Pestigore. So, now with that out of the way, and this doesn't earn SPP, the crowd did it for a start, which I don't quite remember if that causes SPP for the player who did the push. But the crowd ate that Pestigore. So all that remains is the stuff with the gutter runner down here. He is standing up for 3. He is moving. That'll be a -1 because he's moving into a tackle zone, so it's a 3+. Oh, do they use the reroll on that, or do they accept it? They'll use their reroll on that and try again. They got it with a 6, so that's 4. He's moving for 5. This time it's just a 2+. Got it. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, keeping in mind no rerolls left, do you do a go for it? Yes, you absolutely do. That's a 4, yep. And does he do the go for it to get on to the ball? Because if he does, it's just a score. I hope I did that correctly. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go for it, go for it. Yeah, it is. He'll do it. Go for it. He went for it. If he successfully picks up the ball, they score. It rolled off camera. I swear to you though, it was a 1. So he tries to pick up the ball on the touchdown line. He falls on his behind and does his armor break from the shards of glass hidden in there. Nope. And the ball bounces to... Well, it didn't really roll. Well, I guess we have to take it. It kind of dropped. It didn't roll, but it was a 3. So it's staying on the touchdown line. That was the end of their turn anyway. Back round to Nurgle's Rotters, turn 5 of the first half, their second last turn. Now a Pestigore down. So in terms of who can actually get to the ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a going for it, the lineman can, and be picking it up on a 50-50 chance. He is just going to move to there so that he's interfering for now, because it's looking bad. The bloater has to come back to try and help. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the best he can do, huh? They are slow. And then over here, where the action is technically happening, even though the ball is nowhere nearby. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Hopefully it's still in focus. Let's see, what's a Pestigore's chance to dodge? 3+. Oh, it'd be 4+ because he's jumping into a tackle zone. No, we can do a block. His lineman will block into this blitzer. He's getting 2 support, so that puts him at 5. So it's a 2 dice, and he just needs to move him really. Both down, which he resists with block or push. He will push him. He will follow him like that, and just like that, the Pestigore that isn't dead is freed up to move, and he's acted. There we are. So on that note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what counts as fast for a Nurgle team. Will he do any going for us to get over their fat? I think he has to. Oh, come this way a little bit. He's gotta. Going for it, number 1. He made it on a 6. Boom. Going for it, number 2. He barely made it. There. They're bearing down on the ball. Is there anything left to do? Might as well throw a couple of blocks actually. So this lineman to this lineman. Got a 1. Actually, let's do this one first because that's a 2 die. Bloater into blitzer. Oh, well. Our first both attacker downs with no reroll. The blitzer sees him coming and just smacks him in the teeth, which would cause a turnover. Does he break the armor on a 10+? He does with an 11. What does he do to him? Oh, that's still going to be bad. That is a 9. What's a 9 in 7s? KO'd. But he does have regen, so does regen help him? Yes, so he's just placed in the reserve box, which is fine, I guess, because the first half is almost over. That is a turnover though, so they are done. Alright, again we're needing a bit of a pulled back view for our second last turn for the Skavenblight Scramblers in this half. They are just going to try and get, well, the gutter runner can just stand up and via a few dodges and agility rolls in general just score. It's not guaranteed. For now though, let's move this blitzer in to mark this Pestigore, just to make it that much harder. We've got a lineman just to the right of your screen that isn't marked at all, so he's going to move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just to put more pressure over here. The thrower would have to dodge on lineman. They don't have any rerolls, so I don't even know if a 2 dice block is worth the risk. Let's just do the thing that matters. So the gutter runner is standing up for 3. He's dodging into this square that's marked, so it's -1, which means it's a 3+. He passed it. He's trying to pick up the ball, which is a -1 because he's marked. 3+. He actually did pick up the ball, and that means he instantly scores a touchdown because he's on the end zone line. So that is 1-0 for the Skavenblight Scramblers. So given that this is the final turn of the first half for Nurgle's Rotters, this is not going to be an opportunity for them to bring that back and score. but we still have to go through this just in case it affects the rest of the match. They'll be able to get in a blitz at the very least, I'm sure, to try and hurt somebody. So they're receiving the ball. It's getting kicked there, and let's see where it's bouncing. It is going 5 to the 2, which is back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right on the edge of the table, so it could actually bounce off and be a touchback again. The kickoff event, rolling the wrong dice colours for these, but nevertheless, 7 is brilliant coaching again, which is not going to matter because this is the end of the drive either way. But the Skavenblight Scramblers got another reroll. I think they bribed the referees. And then the ball bounces. Does it go off the table and is a touchback for a 7? No, it bounces there. There's no SPP to gain, so it is purely, can the Nurgle Rotters hurt them? The Skavenblight Scramblers have 1 turn left this half afterwards. But can they hurt anyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not really, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess we have to put a little bit of defense on the ball. 1, 2, like Hero do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All they can do is just guarantee, quote unquote, that they will not be scored on in 1 turn via a throw or anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going for it. Nope, can't make anything. Pescore is just going to stay safe and hide over there because they don't want to lose their only other quote unquote fast runner. So that's it. Final turn of the first half for the Skavenblight Scramblers. And if the gut runner had been a bit braver and started further forwards, it's possible they could have done a handoff and run down, but he still wouldn't have made it to the end zone. So they're just going to try and hurt someone. So the gutter runner himself, no fear, is just going to move there. His lineman is just going to move there. And they don't really need any other backup. So they can only throw 1 blitz. It's going to be the blitzer into the blower, assuming he can stand his foul appearance, which he can, barely. And that is 2 assists, which puts him at 5. So he's winning by 1. 2 dice block. And kapows him. So this is the chance here then to actually do some damage. Does he break armor? 5, 6, 7. No, he does not. Doesn't matter about anything else. That's the end of the first half. So going into the second, Skavenblight Scramblers are up 1-0. And so we're set up for the start of the second half. Skavenblight Scramblers receiving the ball. They're back to having their 1 purchased reroll back for this half of the game. One of the Rotter linemen for Nurgle's Rotters has been brought on to make up the difference now that one of their pestigores is dead. The ball is landing there, or is it? Because it's bouncing. Well, it's moving in the air, I should say. 3 to the 3, that's easy to remember. That's straight down. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it landed right next to the gutter runner. Well then. Oh, I was going to bounce one more time. It might actually land on him. Kickoff event in 7s is a... Oh, that's not 11. What is that? That's the officious ref. I've forgotten what this one is. Both coaches roll a d6 and add their fan factor. Forgot to go over fan factor. 300 fans are watching for Nurgle's Rotters, are supporting, and 200 fans are supporting the Skaven. So let's do that. Green dies Nurgle, as it has been. So that would be 6, playing 6. That's a draw. Let's see. The coach that rolls the lowest randomly selects one of their players. What if it's a draw? If it's a tie, both players randomly select a player. Roll a d6 for the selected players. On a 2+, the player and the referee argue and come to blows. The player is placed prone and becomes stunned. On a roll of a 1, however, they are immediately sent off. That is nasty. So we'll roll the d8 and just re-roll 8s, I guess, starting from the bottom going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's that lineman. So roll a d6, and if it's a 1, they're sent off. Otherwise, they are stunned. So eating dirt. And then same for the Skaven line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's this lineman right here. And he's just also eating dirt, stunned. And then finally the ball will bounce as it lands on the ground. It bounces to the 8, which is there. So we start the game with the ball there. Turn 1 for Skaven. So let's see what the Skaven can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this blitzer is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Setting up a sort of cage over here with the other blitzer coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. just a nice diagonal line. The thrower will come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then finally the gutter runner will move on to the ball and pick it up on a 2+. Yes, he does. So he's moved for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right into there, already in the middle of no man's land. Putting pressure on Nurgle's Rotters, and it's over to them. Alright, Nurgle's Rotters still need to actually score to make this a draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just bring him down to be a nuisance. Then 1, 2 for this zombie lineman right here. This zombie, I'm calling them zombies, plague zombies, whatever. He'll move there. There are zombies in my heart, which is not where zombies should be. Seek medical attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's try and keep that blitzer where he is. And then I guess we're going to do a block, well, with a blitz block action, with this bloater here, going 1. Oh, he would need to dodge in though, of course. He's not going to be dodging, so we shall initiate the block on this blitzer to try and get closer. So that is with 1 support, still just 2 dice. Push, push. Well, I guess we'll be taking the push then. Push him there, follow him, so at least he's marking the ball carrier. Not that it's hard for gutter runners to dodge, of course, but what can you do? And I think that's all they can do. The Pestigore hasn't moved actually. Let's. He really should have done the block action, but I'm paranoid about losing that one. He's just gonna block the way a little bit. Look at all those tackle zones that gutter runners gonna have to run through. Turn 2 for the Skavenblight Scramblers. This lineman who got stunned by the fighting with the referee is standing up for 3, 4, 5, 6 to mark over there. And I think what the gutter runner is gonna do, rather than try and push through all those, is make use of his prodigious movement to simply go around. He could do a handoff, but he's the fastest by a country mile, so he is going to move, and he's just going to go immediately. He can safely move here because there's no enemy tackle zone, so that's just a straight up agility roll. He passed it for 1, so he's going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get all the way up there. Now the question is, can he get any support? The thrower can sort of help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not that a thrower is exactly tanky or anything. Totally forgot to turn the Nurgle's Rotters back around. I wonder they're losing. They're not even looking at where the ball is. Still got a blitz action you can do. Let's do a block first, actually, before we consider blitz. This blitzer is going to block into this rotter with 1 support for 2 dice. Push or both down, he has block, so he'll take the both down and just block it. Smack. And does he break the zombie's armor? On box cards again, he absolutely does. What does he do to the zombie? Box cards again? They don't have regeneration, they have decay in fact, so it's +1, so it's 13. That player is far too dead to play Blood Bowl. Good grief. The Skaven aren't meant to be the killy ones. That's outrageous. Well, that's why you have backup linemen. At the drive ends, they have 1 more lineman that can come on and replace the one that just died. Okay then, that's unexpected. Let's do a 1 block into there. See if their luck continues. Like, that's the 3rd 2 6s they've rolled, and that was 2 after one another. We'll take the push him there, oops, follow him, and then finally this blitzer down here is going to declare a blitz, because we haven't used our blitz yet, and he's going to dodge away, because he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think, is that zombie bloater meant to be there or there? I think he's meant to be there. Yeah, to blitz the other bloater that's closer to the ball carrier. So he has to dodge away. They're not as good at dodging as the gutter runners. It's going to be on a 3+. Okay. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to blitz. He has 1 support, which means it is 1 die, because he's marked. Okay, well, he's got him. Smack. He will follow. God, roll 4 boxcars in a row. I dare you. No, didn't get him on an 8. It's a 10 plus for a bloater. Oh, could he have done that? Forgot about foul appearance. No, he couldn't have. Never mind. So he attempted to attack him, but the stank was too powerful. So that actually wouldn't have happened. Either way, that was them done with their turn though. Turn 2 for what's left of Nurgle's Rotters, and the Pestigore, if he does it going for it, can blitz and block the ball carrier. So it's just a case of getting him some support. Zombie's going to stand up for 3, move there. So he's blocking the ball carrier. This is a rotter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to come back with a little support. The other bloater, I think, is just going to move and try and tie up these people here, because his movement 4 means he's not getting anywhere useful. And I think that's it, besides the super important blitz action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the blitz is action number 7. So he's got a pass going for it / rush, and he has on a 6, thankfully. So he is allowed to at least do it, and he is getting +1 from the lineman. So it's 2 dice. Would have been 2. Actually, is it 3? Because that would make him strength 4. Nope, they're not more than double. They're exactly double. Push or a push. No rerolls, so he has to push. Push him there. Follow, and that is unfortunately the best they can do, really, except a block action here, but he'd be getting support, so it'd be a 1 die. Sure, he'll go into this lineman for 1. Because why not? Actually, no, he is being marked, so it would be 2. Because he's 1 strength higher. And he kapowed him. Kapow. He's not going to follow. Does he break? Come on, break some Skaven armors. They're not that strong. Not on a 4, you're not. Nope, no, he is not. And I think that's their turn. Oh, this lineman might as well hit this lineman. He's not getting any support because he's marked, so it's a 1 die. Strength 3 versus strength 3. For a push. Push him over there, and you know what? Don't follow. Now that's their turn. Halfway point in the second half for the Skaven, and they could just risk around a bunch of dodges to just slip by the Pestigore and the lineman and score. They could also just try and be sneaky, because there's 2 squares there, so they could absolutely just sneak round if he's willing to do 1 dodge roll away, which he absolutely can, a 2+ rerollable. So actually, on that note, I think he could have dodged earlier in the previous turn when he fell over, because there was no... maybe he used a team reroll, but he shouldn't have needed to because he has dodge, so he would have had a free reroll. Either way, he is going to move away for 1. 2+. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, if he goes for it twice, he can make it. And he will, because he has a reroll. Well, he'll do at least 1 attempt. He made it. He'll go for it again. He made it. And that is another touchdown. So after that touchdown, we're going into turn 3 for Nurgle's Rotters. Need to move that on. So they'll be receiving the ball at kickoff. It's going to land there, at least that's what they hope. But is going to be bouncing. 5 to the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually going to be a touchback, so that means we'll be starting with the Pestigore just holding it, but that's after kickoff event, which is a 9. Quick snap, D3 +1. Open players on the receiving team can immediately move 1 square. D3, so that's 2 players can move 1 square. You know what? Both blowers are moving forwards exactly 1 square, because that seems like the biggest help for them. Now we'll be going into their turn 3. So our poor Nurgle team is definitely not going to score 2 touchdowns in 4 turns, counting this one. But they could at least maybe hurt the rats a little bit. Maybe, just as a treat. For now, let's start by moving our Pestigore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This time not going as close to the edge, because he saw what happened to the other one. The zombie rotter lineman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 for the bloater here. Let's actually try and have a successful cage this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And apologies for that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Send those bloaters forwards. And then one last lineman on the bottom of the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always hard to see the markers right in the middle of the field here. He would be here, and he would be here. There we go. And that is it for their turn 3. Yeah, I think that's it. So this is turn 4 for the Skaven. This lineman's just going to mark this lineman, snap for snap. The lineman down here, 1, 2, 3, is going to move here. This lineman is going to move between these two actually. He can go like there, so he isn't touching a tackle zone prior to it. The thrower is going to be a bit risky and move in there. And the gutter runner, I think, is just going to chill for now. This blitzer is moving back. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be kind of like the last line of defense. And I think this blitzer is going to do something slightly silly and do a... Well, actually, he's got good movement. He's got 7 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the blitz, but obviously having to do dodges in the interim. I think he's just going to get in the way for now, so he's going to blitz that rotter, moving up here and just throwing the block there. So 2 dice with 1 sport, and he'll kapow him to pieces. Kapow. He will follow up to try and force the Pestigore through there, where he would have to dodge a lot because of all the tackle zones. Does he break armor on the zombie? And by zombie I mean rotter. He does not. And what else do we need to check? I think that was it. And last but not least, the gutter runner can move. And he's going to get into position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With this blitzer back there as the last line of defense. Turn 4 for Nurgle's rotters. This zombie lineman is just standing up. And then we have to try and crack the shell, as it were. This blower into the thrower. Thrower is strength 3, so it's 2 dice. Push or a push. He shall be pushed. Does he have dodge or anything? Passing sure hands. Nope. He will follow to try and clear a little bit. The other... let's move this rotter first. This blower will throw a block here. Still strength +1 because he's strength 4 versus a line rat's strength 3. A push or both down. He'll take the push and push him here and follow. That's a wall of meat there now. And let's see here. Let's declare a blitz with the ball carrier into this lineman. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to blitz. Down or both down with no rerolls. The best laid plans of mice and men and pestigores often go awry. Whoop! He gets smacked in the teeth by the... Well, we might as well take the both down. I forgot he wasn't attacking a blitzer, so sure. Does he break the blitzer's armor? He actually does. And he rolls boxcars to kill the lineman. I called him a blitzer again there, didn't I? Well, definitely breaks a lineman's armor of 8+, and boxcars definitely kill him. So at least he drew blood, but did they draw blood back? Uh-oh. He broke the Pestigore's armor. You can't roll boxcars again. It's impossible. Okay, 8 is just... Is that stunned or is that killed? That is killed. So he has regeneration though, so we'll try and resist that just to put him in the reserves box, even though it's not going to matter. It's a 6. It was a 6. So he's in the reserve box. But that's both Pestigores off the field now, which is disastrous. Where does the ball bounce? That is wedged in there between those two Skavens. It bounces to the 1, and he was standing here. So the 1 would be... comes to rest right there and causes a turnover. turn 5 of the second half for the Skaven, and we're going to start with the thrower declaring a not declaring a blitz, sorry, just moving away and rolling to dodge on a 3+. He does it. He is coming down here to provide a little bit of support against this lineman. Now we're doing a blitz with the blitzer, no less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and his 7th point of movement is the blitz itself, to try and clear away space around the ball a little bit. With that one support, he's rolling 2 dice. And he'll definitely kapow him. Splat. He'll follow. Does he break the Rotter's armor on a 9+? Nope. And then we're just going to try and nab the ball with the Gutter Runner. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to go in. Yes. So that would be pick up the ball. Yes. On 3. Then he has to dodge away. He's coming down here. He dodged away on a 6. So that's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Already out of camera shot. He is here. And they still have a reroll left. So going for it. Yep. And again. That was 2 5s in a row, wasn't it? Either way, Gutter Runners are so annoying if you don't kill them. Is there anything else to be done that needs to be done? Yes, this blitzer into that roar to try and push him off the pitch, just looking for a push. A pow will also send him off. So smack into the crowd. You roll straight onto a casualty roll, or rather the injury roll, because armor just gets broken automatically by the crowd. And that's a 10, which is badly hurt. Misses the rest of the game. Oh, it would be +1 because of decay. So it's actually seriously hurt. But either way, for the purposes of what we're doing, he's just out of there. So nice little dead pile up there for Nurgle's team. Is there anything else they need to do now? Yeah, they could tie up the zombie up here now by doing a little bit of movement there. Why not? Second last turn for Nurgle's Rotters. They ain't getting that ball. All they could maybe hope for is trying to stop the Gutter Runner, but the closest threat would be the Rotter here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to blitz. With no support, although he is strength 3 against strength 2, so he would get 2 dice, so he could at least stop the Gutter Runner. So that's what he's doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and blitz for 5. 2 dice. Destroy him. Kill him. Pyrrhic victory if you kill him. Possibly. Very possibly. Powing him, so he is dropping the ball regardless. Definitely following. Destroy his armor. 6 is not good enough. So no, but that's okay. Ball bounces to the 4 from here, so that would be right smack dab there. Again, it's impossible for Nurgle's Rotters to run anyone up the field now at this point, but they can at least try and hurt somebody. And also the Skaven still have 1 turn to potentially score. He's just going to stand up. This bloater into this lineman with 1 support is 5 versus 3, so 2 dice. Bow. And he will not follow. Does he break armor? 5, 6, 7, 8. He does on a clan rat. What did he do to him? That is a 10, which is badly hurt. So he's out of there for the game. Not that it matters really when they have 1 turn left. And then the other bloater is free now to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Going for it. Yep. Going for it. Yep. To there, just to put a little bit of pressure on. And then, I mean, why not? 1 die, lineman into lineman, doing the dance they do. And pushed him, and he won't follow. And that's their turn. Final turn of the game for Skaven, and it is actually possible for them to potentially score. They have a reroll still for this half they have not used. So, it basically just comes down to getting a blitz off. Their blitzers are only strength 3, so the thrower's going to have to move first. He's got more than enough movement to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next to the Gutter Runner over here. Now the problem is, don't want the blitzer to have to try and pick up the ball, because the gutter runner wants to do that. So he would have to, let's see here, let's work this out. If he dodged away here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, that's no good. 1, 2, which would be one dodge, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to blitz. Yeah, we'll do that way. He has to still pass an agility test to go away here, which he does, I think. No, that would be a -1, so that would be a 4+. So they'll use their reroll, because that's going into tackle zone. And never mind, he fell on his bottom. He tried his best. If he'd succeeded to go just remove, I honestly didn't even really need to move this. The gutter runner probably could have done it on a bunch of 2+s, but got a bit cocky there. Did his armor break from falling on the grass? It did. What happened to the poor blitzer? That is a stun. So that would be over. The Nurgle's Rotters have 1 turn left, and you know what? They're just going to try and hurt the gutter runner. So let's just play on real quick. They don't care about the ball. They care about hurting him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's just going to counter him being there to stop the foul. He can't move on to that square because it will try and pick up the ball, and that would be disastrous. So I guess he's just going to do a foul, and they cancel each other out, so it's just a straight armor roll. Punish the gutter runner. 6 is not good enough. Didn't get caught by the ref, but wasn't able to kill the little so-and-so to get revenge for him basically guaranteeing that the Nurgle team could not win, and that is game. So though some of them are beaten and bruised and one of them died, the Skaven are successful today. 2-0 at full time. Skavenblight Scramblers win the match of 7s and go away with their head held high that they killed 2 of the Nurgle team and seriously injured 1 other. So as the Skaven usually aren't that punchy, but they got so many double 6s on armor breaks or on casualty rolls, it's ridiculous. But when Nuffle favours you, I guess that's what happens. That's why the dice are the true enemy in Blood Bowl, rather than anything else. So apologies again for anything that is or was done and is done incorrectly. Haven't played the game since March, so mistakes are liable to be made, but it's all in good fun, so it doesn't matter too much as long as fun was had. But we'll strive to obviously try and remember everything. Sometimes you miss a tackle zone, sometimes you forget dodge. I'm pretty sure I forgot dodge at least once or twice there. But either way, obviously didn't hurt them because the Skaven still easily won today. Hope you enjoyed. Please do remember to show your support if you want to see more Blood Bowl 7s. It would be the method by which we can bring a lot more Blood Bowl to the channel rather than doing full-scale matches once or twice a year. There is a different side to the 7s. Like, this is the only 7s pitch available. That's the only downside for 7s, at least outside of third-party versions. So it's just the basic grass pitch or the basic stone pitch from the proper sized pitch you get in the second season box. So you can't see any of the cool pitches if you play 7s games, but it is a lot faster and a lot easier to record and a lot easier to handle, less to keep track of as well in the long run. So do let me know, and we'll hopefully see more in the future. Thank you for watching. Please do remember to show your support again, and if you want to go above and beyond to support the channel in general, please consider becoming a channel member or pressing the thanks button. It helps out a lot and is all reinvested in the channel. Enjoy the rest of your day, and ta for now.